This is episode number 287 of the Middle Country Public Library podcast. Hello and welcome. Sal DiVincenzo here in the studio with my fabulous colleagues, Sara Fade.
Hello.
And Nicole Rambo.
Hello.
So, we're going to have a very strange episode this week, Sara and Nicole, because, summer, it's tough sometimes. We got programs going on.
It is very busy here in the summer.
So we're doing this in pieces. Mm-hmm. Let's see if you can figure out how I piece this one together. But we'll start with you, Sara. What do you have you have something very timely, actually, this week. What's going on?
Yeah. To tie it into the library, for all of those people that don't know, we have a Newsday subscription.
We do.
So a lot of people probably, don't subscribe to print anymore. We do get a digital version of Newsday on our database. Mm-hmm. And I was looking through it. And then I realized that they had an article, how Suffolk County leads the nation.
The nation.
All of the nation. In tick-caused meat allergy alpha-gal syndrome.
We are number one.
Yeah. Very true. I was like, wow, how did that happen? Because before it was always deer ticks and Lyme disease, right?
That's right.
So to sum up the Newsday article, which is printed 10 pages long, but you can read this very fast on our database. This woman, Lisa, woke up with insane hives over her chest and arms, and her stomach was a mess. And she was like, what is going on? And she is from Sag Harbor.
Oh, boy.
Mm-hmm. And a blood test confirmed that she had alpha-gal syndrome, an allergy to many types of mammal meat.
This is terrible.
It is horrible. It sounds horrible. Triggered by a tick bite. 2 years later, she still must avoid all red meat, and she has to have her blood tested periodically. According to Newsday, new data released by the CDC and prevention shows that Suffolk County led the nation in suspected cases of alpha-gal syndrome between 17 and 22. And the agency said suspected cases of the syndrome are growing around the country. So it's not just us, but overall, everything's growing.
Right.
At the same time, a new CDC survey of clinicians found almost half had never heard of the syndrome. I've only heard of this because
you think about, oh my goodness, what would happen if I got stung
eat meat,
bit by a tick, right? Yeah. Meat, right?
Yeah. So it's terrible. On Long Island's East End, though, they have a large tick population, and doctors have seen cases of this for over a decade, but not in such high rates. So Dr. Erin McGinty, an allergist with ENT and Allergy Associates, we know that group, right?
Yes.
She has treated close to 900 cases in over the last 12 years.
Wow.
So the CDC showed that between 2017 and 2022, 90,000 people across the U.S. received a positive test result and were classified as having suspected alpha-gal syndrome.
Now, in the grand scheme of things, I mean, there's 360 million people, right? 375 million people in the United States. It's a small percentage. The problem is, though, those are people who are actually diagnosed with this. There could be people who are like, every time I eat meat, I just get a little bump on my...
Yeah. The highest number of syndrome cases were in Suffolk with 3,746.
Because we're number one.
And guess where the second highest?
Nassau?
No. Well, they're not as, they don't have as many trees.
That's true.
Bedford, Virginia.
Oh, yeah.
However, their cases are only 1,511, so we beat them.
You know what? We have a lot of deer here out on the island, and we have a lot of lovely real estate for ticks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So the symptoms, right? This is what people want to know.
Okay.
Hives or an itchy rash, nausea, or vomiting, heartburn or indigestion, drop in blood pressure, or dizziness or faintness.
That just sounds like
everything.
It sounds like a visit after the Texas Roadhouse. I go when I go home. It's like I ate so much.
They may be mild, but in some cases could trigger anaphylaxis, a severe life-threatening
allergic
reaction.
The scary ones. Yeah.
It's not a disease, but an allergic reaction when they consume red meat or dairy products. The syndrome is named for a sugar molecule found in most mammals. So ticks can transfer this molecule, which they likely have picked up from an animal that they fed on, to humans, just to make it grosser.
Yeah.
Scientists are still trying to determine why this triggers the allergic reaction in some and not others. So you can get bit by the same tick, and I, and
yes.
you'd get it and I wouldn't.
Yes.
So I say you.
Yes, me. Sal gets it. Sarah says,
well, I don't want
I'll have some bacon on my cheeseburger.
Yeah, I mean, I'm making a scenario up. Yeah. I'm not going to be the one getting it. Alpha-gal is not in fish, reptiles, birds, or people.
Okay, so if you eat a person, it's not going to be.
Yeah, you have to taste the person first, right, and then go to the mammal. Yeah, they're safe.
Yeah,
yeah. So all of these have been linked to Lone Star ticks, which are plentiful on Long Island.
Yeah, those are the ones with the. And maybe we'll put this in the show notes. Obviously, it's Lone Star because it's got a little dot on the back, right? A little white dot. Yep.
Yeah, nothing to do with them like breeding in Texas or anything.
No.
Yeah. As the deer population grows and moves west, so have the ticks. They're dependent on deer.
Yes, well, I love a deer, and I gotta say, little bunny rabbits.
Oh,
yeah, I've seen them on bunny rabbits.
It's disgusting.
It's terrible
When you
when they're gorged. It's terrible.
Gross.
Yeah.
So there's tame deer out in Smith Point Beach, and they let you get very close to them. I would not touch these deer.
No, because you could see the ticks on them.
It's repulsive.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
I have like a thing where I don't like to see like clusters.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, woo.
Yeah.
And also, they get very anemic. These deer.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
4% of all cases reside in Suffolk County. They did not count NASA though.
No, because like you said, there's probably not enough.
And
it's only transmissible between tick and person.
Yes.
So it's not a person to person thing. This alpha-gal. So.
Oh well, this is interesting. If you can avoid repeat tick bites, often the allergy will wane with time. However, the time could be 5 years, which is a lot.
It is a lot to not be able to have.
Meat.
Mammal meat is basically what they're saying, which
is everything.
Is everything, yeah.
I mean, unless you like gator.
Yeah, no.
But that is interesting that it does go away after time. Oh, the female Lone Star ticks lay 6,000 eggs.
Oh my goodness!
While female blackleg ticks only lay 2,000.
Yeah, so that's the reason why it's spreading so much.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
So how can we...
oh, God. Wait. So Lone Star ticks, they can sense a carbon dioxide plume, like breathing.
Yeah.
They will actually move toward individuals, so they'll hunt you.
Yeah, they'll hunt you.
Unlike black-legged ticks, which basically, they don't do anything, and if you,
brush up against them.
They're like, oh, what's this?
Yeah.
Let me try.
Yeah.
They'll wait and ambush you. So, but Lone Star ticks will hunt you down. Just making this even better and better.
So, Sarah, what can we do to prevent such calamity and not being able to have a McDouble?
Okay, let's see here. Don't go outside.
Okay, great. That does it.
Well, they say wear white clothing.
Okay, so you could see easily. Yeah.
Tuck in your pants.
Okay.
Wear long sleeves.
Yeah. I assume when you mean tuck in your pants to your socks.
To your socks. Right? And tuck in your shirt into your pants.
Your shirt into your pants. Yeah.
Basically, don't run around in a Speedo and a bikini.
Yes. And
in brush.
And I was going to say in brush, right? Although they are hunting us, so we could be like sitting.
It's basically like, try to keep, I would think keep your hair up, try to keep exposed skin to a minimum, and do a thorough check.
Yeah, exactly. It's a scary thing.
Yeah,
and it is. I will say,
not going away.
Yeah, exactly. Now, and I will say this, there are obviously natural ways of getting rid of ticks or keeping them out of your yard, but they're very expensive.
Yeah.
So we're kind of like between a rock and a hard place here.
But I will say this because I love these animals.
Yeah.
Possums.
Yeah.
They are adorable, misunderstood creatures of the night.
They eat ticks, don't they?
They eat ticks. They are slow-moving, docile creatures that will eat all the little ticks in your yard.
So let's just get possums then, everybody.
Yeah. Well, if you see them in your yard at night, don't be like, oh my God, I have to get rid of them. They won't go into your house or anything like that.
No.
They'll just, they do their thing.
Yeah, exactly. And if you rush up to them, they'll play dead. And
that's
kind of
fun. Sweet and, I wouldn't say fun. That's how sweet and innocent they are.
Exactly.
They just live in their best life, and then they're like, ah.
Well, thank you very much, Sarah. Nicole, what do you have for us this week?
Well, it's the beginning of the month, and actually I feel like I haven't done this in a couple months.
You haven't.
So, it's that time again. Horoscope time.
Yay!
August, we are going to have 2 full supermoons.
What is a supermoon?
It's a big old moon. It's a moon. Super.
That's the
So
one-
it's the moon in its closest range
That's
to
right,
Earth.
yeah, okay.
So it looks super.
It looks big.
Super big moon.
Yes.
Yes. But astrologically speaking, full moons are a time for peak creativity and bringing projects to fruition.
It's not when crazy people come out.
Also, when crazy people come out, it is true. Any doctor will tell you, or not doctor, but any emergency room worker, they tell you, you can tell. Even when I worked a different job, where I interacted with the public,
Yes.
sometimes you'd be like, "What's going on today?" And then you pull up the lunar calendar, and you're like, But it's almost a good thing because you start to let things slide.
True.
Like you're like, it's okay, it's the full moon.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
normally it might upset you more. It gives an excuse to people's behavior.
It's okay that patron patted me on the head and said, "Thank you very much." It's the full
It's the
moon.
full moon, exactly. It is true. It does affect you.
Okay.
The dreaded Mercury in retrograde.
No. Well, what is that? Please tell me. When is that?
Mercury in retrograde. It's
Now?
literally all the time.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not now, but
Okay.
it's August 23rd to September 14th.
Okay.
So like I've mentioned time and time again, that means trouble with communication, technology, and travel. Are you traveling?
I will be. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, and this particular retrograde takes place in Virgo, which will magnify frustrations due to upset plans and miscommunications.
Well, I'm always frustrated. I'm Sicilian, so this comes with the territory.
Sorry, magnified now. As the author of this article always says, the best way to avoid Mercury retrograde madness is by staying home with a good book.
Okay.
So if you plan to do that, here are some books
Okay.
as per your horoscope.
Who haven't we done in a long time?
I'll do Leo because it's Leo's season.
It's Leo's season.
So
All right.
we'll give Leo their time. Leos love their time in the sun. That's like their whole thing.
Okay.
And they have nice hair.
Yes, long manes.
Yes, that's the Leo. The Leo way. No, that's true. All right. Be kind to yourself, Leo. Nothing comes easily to you in August. Sorry. Career goals are out of reach, and conflict among family and friends makes your personal time anything but relaxing.
That's not good.
But you know what? It's almost good because sometimes you get too many positive and you don't think it's real. So it's real because sometimes it's bad.
This is not a movie. This is life.
You'll need laser focus to get what you want this month. And good news, you'll find strength in creativity and self-expression. If you need help sparking your imagination, travel can put you in the right state of mind, but not during retrograde. So travel before August 23rd. You can read Congratulations, the Best is Over by Eric Thomas. Midlife crises are hard enough, but throw in a global pandemic and it becomes a whole other beast. In these essays, at turns hilarious, heartwarming, and eye-opening, Eric Thomas shares his mental health struggles in recent years and how he found a path forward that feels something like hope. Yeah, so if you're into personal essays, if you're going through a midlife crisis, they might be interesting stories for you.
There you go.
Yeah. All right, so that's Leo. So what do you want to do next?
Who's December? Sagittarius?
Yes.
Let's try Sagittarius. I feel like we haven't done the
Old
Sagittarius.
Saggies.
Saggies.
That's November 22nd to December 21st.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, and then Capricorn's the rest of December. All right, so Sagittarius. Indulge your inner child, Sagittarius. Planetary retrogrades are bringing out different versions of your past self and reminding you of forgotten passions. August is the time to embrace all the multitudes you contain. Return to something that once brought you joy but has fallen to the wayside. Put your job on the back burner and travel to somewhere you haven't been in years. Again.
Except
during retrograde. You should read Kiss the Girl by Zoraida Cordova. Ariel has never known a life away from stardom, but now the famous pop band she's been in with her sisters since childhood is wrapping up their last tour. Her father wants her to embark on a solo career, but Ariel dreams of normal, incognito life. When the cute lead singer of a new band invites Ariel to join him on the road, completely unaware of her pop star identity, she can't resist breaking her father's rules and running away with him.
Wait a minute.
It's a contemporary Little Mermaid retelling that's making big waves. Does that sound familiar to you, Sal?
See, Disney should have done that instead of making the remake. Something original, right? Been fine.
So that's
So what's yours, Nicole?
Taurus.
Yeah, you Taurus.
What can you learn from the past, Taurus? I don't know. With several planets in retrograde, August finds you reflecting on bygone times. You may be surprised by how those remembered experiences can help you through today's problems. It's also an auspicious month for travel. They want people to travel.
They want people to get upset. That's what they want to do, yeah.
If you're feeling overwhelmed or stuck, look for solutions far from home. Or clear your head on a trip with family. Unless you have a Leo in your family, because they're not good for family, which is my husband is a Leo, so
okay.
I just won't go with him.
Go. Yeah.
That's fine. You should read Under the Tamarind Tree by Niger Alam. Rosina's quiet life in Karachi is disrupted by a phone call from a long-lost friend whose granddaughter needs a summer in Pakistan to heal from grief. When the teenager comes to stay with Rosina and work in her garden, Rosina is reminded of her own youth, the trauma her family survived during the partition, the best friends she came of age with in Pakistan, and the shocking death that tore them apart. It's a powerful story of family, friendship, and secrets in past and present Pakistan.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always nice to have like another cultural view of something like that.
For sure.
Yeah.
Not one that you see too often.
All right.
Anyone else?
Yeah, finally, let's do Aries. We might as well do Aries.
All right, Aries. You can't read minds, Aries. You often assume the people you love look at the world the same way as you. But in August, beware of jumping to conclusions about what other people are thinking.
Uh-oh.
A lot of things are out of your control right now. You'll have to figure out how to influence situations without being in the driver's seat. Ask questions before jumping into action.
Okay.
All right.
What's my book?
This month, read Happiness Falls by Angie Kim. When Adam went missing, the only witness was his son, Eugene, a non-speaking teenager with a rare genetic condition. It seems impossible to get information from Eugene about what happened, and things get even worse when the police start eyeing Eugene as the lead suspect in his father's assumed death. Told from their perspective of Eugene's bright and analytical 20-year-old sister, Mia, it's a twisty literary mystery full of unforgettable characters.
Yeah.
That does sound twisty.
Right, very twisty.
Yeah.
Let's do Sarah's.
Here she is.
Okay, Virgo.
Good things are coming your way, Virgo.
Nice.
Yay for Sara. Your fastidiousness is finally paying off. And it's time to sit back and reap the rewards. August is a month for resting and indulging in things that bring you joy. Now is the time to take a trip. Oh my goodness, everyone is taking trips.
Everyone is taking trips and getting stuck.
That is crazy. Take a trip or try a new. They probably do that because like most people do take trips in August.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh my God, I am taking a trip.
I know. What a scam.
It's real. It is real. All right. Anyway, sorry. I got off track. Now it's time to take a trip or try a new activity you've been wanting to take on for a while. If you're looking for love, it may come easily with someone already on your wavelength. Oh. You should read Fit for the Gods, a short story anthology edited by Book Riot's own Jen Northington and S. Zainab Williams.
Oh, a shameless plug.
These stories reimagine classic Grecian mythological characters in diverse, inclusive, and thought-provoking new ways. With stories from authors like Sarah Gailey, Alyssa Cole. Oh, I like Alyssa Cole. She's a popular romance author. Mia P. Manansala, and more. It's sure to change the way you look at Mount Olympus forever.
Cool.
Yeah, cool.
All right.
So there you
go. We always enjoy the
very
book
real
horoscopes.
And true and accurate.
The very real, true,
scientific.
Accurate, scientifically proven supermoons and horoscopes.
Retrogrades, yes.
Yes. So thank you very much, Nicole.
You're welcome.
And we'll put those in the show notes for people to browse as well. If we didn't say your sign.
Yeah, write us, let us know, and we will next time.
Yes, exactly. There you go. So that does it for this episode. If you want to listen to older episodes or read our show notes, visit our website, mcplpodcast.com. If you're listening on YouTube, hit the like button, hit subscribe. We'd love you to subscribe. And if you're listening on a podcast app, there's a review button. Click on the review button and give us a review. We greatly appreciate it. So for Sarah Fade and Nicole Rambo, I'm Sal DiVincenzo. We'll see you on the next show.